A plan to close down 3 local elementary schools, how parents are fighting back.
The city is sending a message here, was that it's not about justice, it's about retaliation, it's about intimidation.
The city of San Diego countersues nearly a dozen flood victims, accusing them of contributing to the damage.
A best-selling author now headed to prison. We'll take you inside the courtroom for the sentencing of the man behind the PH Miracle Diet.
Nearly 1 week after the deadly plane crash on Sample Street, we have an update on how families are recovering and how you can help.
Tony Carranza is the National Trash Truck Driver of the Year. The surprise that came with it.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts right now.
This video is from a fight at a local charter school that was recorded by students. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
And I'm Shanna Handy in for Marcella Lee. It was at America's finest charter school, and tonight we're learning legal action is being taken against the school.
CBS 8's Alex Cheney met with the victim's mother and shares more of the frightening attack. Alex.
Yeah, Carlo and Shannon, it is the worst fear of any parent seeing that video. I spoke to the victim's mom today, who described her reaction to seeing that piece of video of the attack on her 13-year-old son, Nathan. Here's video of the incident from 2023. We have blurred out the faces of the 4 minor students involved. You can see one student take out a knife and start swinging recklessly near Nathan's neck and face. Nathan, who already had a broken collarbone at the time, was able to stop his attacker by grabbing his arm with the knife. He was cut on his pinky finger, with the cut so deep, his mother says you could see the bone.
No, the knife! I cried, and it was so heartbreaking to watch that somebody was attacking my son with a knife.
I met with Nathan's mom and her attorney today. She is suing America's finest charter schools, saying school staff didn't do enough to protect her son after he was bullied repeatedly by the same student, something she says staff should have seen and responded to.
Till now, I keep thinking about how I could have lost him if he wasn't brave enough. I could have lost my only child.
That knife is not just swinging down at his chest or anything. It is right at his neck. It's right out of his face. This guy is not playing around.
The attorney walked me through the video that appears to show 2 school staff members present at the time of the attack. The first set down her drink and then singled out the friend. Another staff member, the man in the yellow hat, walked over to the boys while he was on the phone and took the attacker away.
If you saw the video, the assailant is stabbing and swinging that knife at his neck and at his face, and he literally could have died.
The boy seen with the knife in the video has since been expelled from the school and put on a 3-year minor probation. No! However, Nathan's mom says security at the school has not changed. There are no metal detectors or backpack checks on campus.
As far as we know, subsequent remedial efforts haven't been made to protect the students.
Nathan is now 15 years old and is in a different school with no bullying, and his mom is proud of his progress.
He's doing really good in this school, and I'm just so proud of him. I'm so proud of how he overcame such a tragic situation.
Now, we reached out to the school, but we have not received an official statement. However, late this afternoon, I did speak with a woman claiming to be a school employee who was there at the time of the incident. She told me that she intervened before the violence escalated. Reporting live, I'm Alex Cheney, CBS 8 News.
All right, thanks, Alex. Right now, parents in the South Bay are fighting back against a proposal to close 3 local elementary schools.
South Bay Union School District leaders say this plan is necessary in the face of dwindling student enrollment and a looming budget deficit. CBS 8's Richard Allen is live in Imperial Beach, where a special board meeting is just getting started, and it sounds like emotions are high, Richard.
Well, that's right, Carlo, and you can see dozens of parents, teachers, and students marching into this board meeting right now as we speak. speak. School board members here expected to vote tonight on this plan to shut down 3 elementary schools in the South Bay over the next several years: Central, Berry, and Sunny Slope Elementaries. You see these parents, teachers, and students still marching into the meeting, and they are fired up. The district superintendent has said the goal of this phase closure is to address both low enrollment numbers and anticipated budget deficits. Now, according to the district, since 2011, South Bay Union has lost nearly 2,400 students. They expect to lose an additional 239 by next year. That's an overall 43% decline in the population over the last 14 years. But parents, teachers, and students are fighting to keep their schools open, and all of the school's teachers and staff in their positions, saying that they're all part of the community. Now, some parents here are pointing actually to the sewage crisis in the South Bay as a major reason why so many families are moving out, leading to these decreasing student numbers. But they say these possible closures are not fair to the families who've remained behind.
And it's hard to say what the solution is because you have the ongoing environmental concern with the stink, like who wants to live here, and so that's probably driving people away. Then you have the increased cost of living. People can't afford to live here, and it's like you're punishing the kids who are our future generations who are supposed to help fix this, and you're taking education away from them. That's not the right way to do that.
And if this consolidation plan is approved tonight by the school board, Central Elementary would be the first to close in the 2026-27 school year. Sunny Slope would then close next in the 2028-2029 school year. And then the last school would be Berry in the 2030-31 school year. Of course, then new school boundaries would have to be drawn up, and those students would be diverted to nearby but farther away schools than where they live now. Now, again, tonight's special board meeting just got underway. You saw all these parents, teachers, and students fired up going inside. We'll be there too. We'll bring you the latest on CBS 8 at 11 p.m. Shannon and Carlo.
Thanks, Richard. We'll see you then. The city of San Diego is countersuing victims of last year's flooding in the Chollas Creek area, claiming they contributed to the damage. More than 1,500 victims are already suing San Diego for damages from the flood, but now the city is pointing fingers at nearly a dozen of those victims, claiming they failed to maintain drainage on their properties or manipulated water flow. Attorney Evan Walker represents about 600 flood victims, and he calls the city's move retaliation and intimidation.
The city went from their defense being this is a 1,000-year storm. That's what caused it. And now the city's position in some of these flood victims, they caused it.
In a statement to CBS 8, the city attorney's office says it is investigating potential third parties' responsibilities and is committed to getting a just outcome for all parties involved.
Nearly a week after the deadly plane crash in Tierra Santa, we're learning more about how military families are recovering and how you can help.
CBS 8's Alex Lai is live in the neighborhood with new details about recovery efforts there. Alex, how are the families you've spoken to doing?
Carlo and Shannon, what many of these families are going through is unimaginable. Losing your home, your car, the trauma of trying to escape a neighborhood in flames. The road to recovery is a long one, but progress is slowly being made. Still empty, full of once cherished belongings.
I grabbed my purse. My kids didn't have shoes.
As displaced families who escaped the flames, like the Beakers, try to move forward.
It's just kind of starting all over. We've only been here 10 weeks. I literally, the day before, bought the last piece of furniture to complete my living room.
Regina and her family are permanently displaced from their home on Sample Street.
The front of my home is burnt, like melted actually from just the source of the heat. Everything on the inside other than smoke damage and this, jet fuel and those kind of things, still there, but it's definitely not livable.
She's found a new place, but doesn't know when she can move in or what, if anything, she can salvage.
They also did advise us that it would not be in best interest if we took things out of the home, like clothing-wise or things where things could be absorbed.
Her family needs to rebuild everything. Cars, clothes, and furniture, all destroyed or left behind. Members of the military community have stepped up to support her, with many donating to organizations like STEP, Support the Enlisted Project.
From clothing to diapers to household goods, it's all come in to support our families.
While STEP is no longer collecting items, they're still offering help.
Helping them navigate all the stress and the anxiety and the different feelings that are going on. We're doing that through education and counseling, and if needed, a financial grant.
211 San Diego is also partnering with Airbnb to house 40 families short-term.
Right now it's a 2-week. Some will probably be coming back early, and then if there's something longer, we'll work with Airbnb to what that might look like.
To help, you can donate directly to families like the Beakers through GoFundMe pages linked on CBS8.com. There are also GoFundMe pages for the family members of those killed in the crash, including Daniel Williams, Dominic Damien, and Selena Kenyon's 11-year-old daughter. All linked on CBS8.com. Back to you.
Thanks, Alex. The San Diego Police Department is honoring the officers who sacrificed their lives protecting the community.
This year's ceremony honored Officer Austin Machitar. He was killed in a fiery pursuit crash in Kearney Mesa last August. His family was in attendance as his name was added to the department's memorial monument. Chief Scott Wall spoke at today's ceremony.
By coming together, we're reaffirming our commitment to never forget those who made the ultimate sacrifice. Remembering them doesn't just honor their names and their lives. It honors the values they stood for.
Each year, a memorial wreath is presented at the monument before a bell is rung for every fallen SDPD officer. New details about the San Diego area Rite Aid stores that will soon be closing. That's still ahead.
Plus, a man convicted of medical fraud following the death of a terminally ill patient learns his fate in court.
And later, where you can get an up-close look at one of the ocean's most mysterious creatures.
It was a great day out there, and well, Meg Ray was in full swing. Stubborn cloud cover. By tomorrow, we're looking at a little bit more afternoon sunshine. Also talking about a warm up in that forecast for Saturday and some tropical moisture over the weekend. All those details are coming up.